Welcome to the Virtual Coffee Lab. My name is Mike and I'm glad you're here to check out this video. This is a brand new coffee roaster that's coming out on the market, manufactured by Kaleido. It's the M2 Lite. This is a 500 gram roaster. It is an updated version of their existing M2, and there are some differences. So today I want to talk to you about the differences in this roaster, but more importantly, I want to talk to you about considering a new coffee roasting machine and what is the right machine for you. That really is the question you should be asking. What type of coffee roasting machine best meets your needs? And the first thing you should be thinking about, other than cost, is capacity. Capacity is really something important, and that's something you have to look forward in the future, making assumptions, making some guesses on how much coffee you think you're going to be roasting weekly. How often will you be using this machine? And is this capacity large enough, or is it too large for your needs? So the cost, this roaster's coming out, I think they're introducing it for around $1,100. Details will be on the Kaleido website. You can check those out. And after its introduction version, I think it's going to go up $100. So $1,100 or $1,200, you get a 500 gram capacity roaster that is a full-featured roaster, and it's electric. I was so excited to hear that they upped the capacity on this, because they used to be a 400 gram, the M2. This is a 500 gram. And I opened this machine up and I looked at it because I had to open it up because the machine had been used a ton from the factory. They were doing, this was their testing machine. They were doing all kinds of tests to make sure that everything was working perfectly before they started into their full production. And this machine, I had to open it up and clean it all up, and it cleaned up like brand new. It looks like brand new. And that's one of the things that's great about Kaleidos, is they're easy to maintain and clean. But I was concerned about the capacity that they stated, and I thought, oh, well, maybe they just kept it, maybe it's the same 400 and now they're saying 500. But the drum looks bigger, and it seems to have plenty of room in there. So 500 grams is not a problem all day long on this machine. As a matter of fact, I did a 500 gram roast with this machine, and it was, I think, just a little under 10 minutes. Maybe about 9.5 minutes, and it's plenty of power. This is a 1600 watt dual carbon fiber heating element system that it has plenty of power to roast your coffee. It's the same system that's in the Kaleido M2 version that's currently available, and they haven't changed that at all. I haven't had any issues with my system at all, and I've been very happy with the way that it roasts and performs. So one of the things you should be thinking about is the price. The other is capacity. The third is the full features of this roaster. And that would be whether it has a variable drum speed, variable airflow, and a variable burner settings. And of course, the Kaleido, all of the Kaleido machines have that feature. It is fully capable of roasting any profile you can imagine. And what's really cool about this roaster compared to my Mill City roaster is it's fully electric, and it runs on a 110 outlet. That means you can use this, plug this in the wall here in the United States. As long as you've got 15 amp service, you won't have any problem running this roaster all day long. This is a fully stainless steel metal roaster. It has, I think it might have some aluminum in it, but it's mostly stainless steel. Very sturdy machine, very durable. And it is a precision cut, laser cut pieces of metal, and it is a nice quality machine. The heat shield has changed currently compared to the older versions, which had that kind of a spaceship looking wings that would come up on the side. This outer portion here does get hot, like most coffee roasting machines do. So you just need to be very careful not to be touching this. There's a warning sign on the top here. But these heat shields make this machine look much sleeker, a much more modern, I think a more pleasing to look at roaster. I think it's a great looking roaster. The cooling tray has changed. It used to come with a handle, and now it comes flat folded. You have to assemble it. The other one was assembled. This one you have to assemble, takes about 10 minutes. It saves on shipping. These are some of the features that have changed on this roaster to help lower costs. There used to be a carry handle. There used to be a handle here with a cooling tray that was assembled. They had the larger heat shields, and they've trimmed back some of these things to help lower the cost. And that's why you're saving several $100s with this new version compared to the M2. So the M2 Lite costs less. You haven't sacrificed any real functional features for this roaster, and I think that's a great thing. The door here is still magnetic. It stays open. The bean drawer opens up, and the coffee goes directly into the cooling tray. The cooling tray takes it'll take about a minute for your coffee to start to get cool, and that's pretty good. The tolerance of the dryer seems to be tighter. So this used to be a looser fit, and now this is very precision, tightly fit in here. Doesn't get stuck, but there's no real wiggle room to let air in, and I think that's a really important feature. Speaking of air, this is something that has changed. These slits allow air to come into the outer roasting chamber of the machine and then move its way around the outside of the roasting chamber itself, heat up, and then the air is introduced underneath the roasting drum, creating nice convective heat transfer. This is a unique feature to the Kaleido machines, and I think it's a great addition. The current version, the M2, has a hole right here in the front, a port, and the air comes in and then works its way over. This just comes in here through the sides, and I think it gives more even heat distribution for hot air coming into the system. There are also dual fans for the cooling, I forgot to mention. So the cooling tray, these dual fans pull air through the cooling tray and out the back, and again, cooling the coffee in a minute or less. This machine runs with a USB plug into my computer and connects to Artisan. I love Artisan. I think it's a great roasting software. It's open source and it's free for you to use. I would highly encourage you to give that a try. I've had some people get frustrated or say that they don't like Artisan, that it's too complicated, and that's fine. There is another option called HiBean that you can download. I have not had very much luck connecting and using it with my iPhone or my iPad. I'm a Mac user, so for me it hasn't really been a feature that I've been able to try, a tool that I've been able to try, but I heard that it is a little easier to use. Also, there is Bluetooth connectivity with this machine. There is no connection for the Kaleido tablet. That feature is not being offered with this machine. The Chaff tray is a nice precision cut fit door that fits directly in the side of the roaster. It seems a little bigger than the previous version. I think that's a great thing. It's always great to have and be able to hold more chaff. It also has a tighter fit in its design compared to the old style. This is the Kaleido M2 Lite, and I think this is a roaster that is going to make an impression on the roasting community. I think 500 grams is a perfect size for most people that are roasting small batches, and this machine is capable of doing back-to-back roasts. And you can do multiple back-to-back roasts with no problem at all. I've done that before on the previous version that I have. I do it with my M10, and I think that this machine is capable of doing that as well. If you have questions about the Kaleido M2 Lite, I would encourage you to reach out to the manufacturer, go to their Facebook page and talk to them about that, see what others are saying. But we're going to see this machine in action here on this channel. We're going to be doing some roasts together so you can see how it performs, and we'll be doing that in some upcoming videos. Be sure you're subscribing to my channel. That way you'll be sure to get a notification when that video comes out. And again, if you have questions, reach out to me in the comments, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching this video and for being here today, and I hope you have a great week roasting. We'll see you next time.